Hello everyone. Welcome to day 6 of Erasmus Plus Writing Challenge. It's still me, Julia Marcos. I'm still a co-founder of this community, co-facilitator of this challenge, and a strategic leader in Synergy Bulgaria. The topic of today is team and partners. And I find this topic one of the crucial ones because their project idea might be great, but if you don't have people to support their mobility, if you don't have people to basically carry out and monitor every step, then the success of project is in doubt. When it comes to the team, I know that some people work on their own. Yeah, there is one person who carries out the whole project, just invites a couple of trainers, but tries the projects, keep in touch with partners, prepares logistically, and so on and so forth. Most times these people are very experienced youth workers. They know that they can do it on their own. But at the same time, like, I feel it's first of all a bit lonely. Yeah, and second, if you are a group of young people, or if you're doing your first youth exchange, or you will be doing your first training course or seminar or partnership building activity, it's great to have a team and different roles in the team. Of course, there are hundreds of approaches to how to handle teams and like what roles are there. I will share my perspective on several roles that should be there in the team. First role is project manager. And by project manager, I mean a person who will take care that the project is written and submitted, that a project is carried out, and the final report is submitted. Yeah, the person who will monitor the whole process, but not necessarily jumps into every detail. So this is a person like a visionary, yeah, with overview of the project. The second role that I advise is a communication person. So this is a person to keep in touch with all the partners. This is a person to keep in touch with participants. This is a person to keep in touch with the national agency and other stakeholders. Yeah, a person who will devote his or her time into building quality communication and quality relationships. Yeah, because remember, this is a long-term game. It's not about, let me say, using your partners once, carrying out the project to satisfy your needs or needs of your organization, and game is over. No, this is about gradually building partnership. The third role that I see in the team, in project team, is logistics. A person who will take care of logistics, and of course most work will be connected to implementation phase. Yeah, this is about having a venue, this is about arranging food, this is about later arranging all reimbursements or arranging registrations and so on and so forth. Yeah, the person who will take care of logistical practical matters. And of course there is a role of project program delivery or facilitation. So if you are talking about youth exchanges, could be this is a facilitator or a group leader from your organization, of your national group. And at the same time, if we're talking about training courses, again, a facilitator, a trainer, it could be a person either from the team or external person who you basically hire for a job. I can tell you that in Synergy Bulgaria, we keep expertise for delivery within organization. Yes, so we deliver the topics that we are good at, and this is all connected to coaching, trainings for trainers, entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but I know that many organizations, they externally hire trainers, and I can tell you that me and Tana, we already got a couple of proposals of actually other organizations writing a training course for young people or for volunteers, and that we come in the role of a trainer and delivers, for example, the basics of Erasmus Plus or the basics of project writing. And in this case, our role would be a trainer and they hire us for it. It's also super possible. So once again, yeah, 4 roles that I see in the team, and this is my approach. Yeah, the approach is not exclusive. You can do it differently. For sure, if you talk to several organizations, you will hear different stories. But what works personally for me is having a project manager, a communication, let me say leader, yeah, logistics master, and trainers, facilitators. What is more, one person can combine roles. Yeah, for example, there could be a person, let me say a project manager and a facilitator, or communication plus logistics, or there could be even 2 people, for example, 2 people who are responsible for logistics within the project. It all depends on how big your team is, how much support you have, how many volunteers you can involve. Could be you have local volunteers who also want to be included into the projects, and then basically you can use their enthusiasm, yeah, and include them into your mobility. So guys, one part is a team and second part is partner. And we know from experience and from a lot of you that the question of partnership is one of the most crucial. Yeah, like it doesn't matter whether you're a starting organization, yeah, and then you're looking for partners because you have never done it before. You can be a very experienced organization, but you want to include fresh partners, fresh organizations, and sometimes you don't know where to find them. Or you can be from a partner country, and in this case, you need partners in order to submit your project idea. Yeah, so like no matter at what stage of development you are, let me say the question of partnership is always on the table. Of course, the most trivial things are Atlas, which is a partnership finding tool. And basically, this is a platform where you can put keywords and use filters and find organizations relevant to your project. Or there are also Facebook groups, a lot of Facebook groups where people search for partners, or there are certain platforms also connected to Erasmus Plus. I have even seen now paid platforms to find partners. Let me tell you that I'm not a big fan of these approaches. We tried all of them. And from the latest experience, when my volunteers started to write a project that is not the direct expertise of Synergy Bulgaria, so we don't have many partners there yet, they went to Atlas and then they made all this research, they wrote to organizations, they started communication. And let me say, it wasn't that simple and it took quite a lot of time, and not everything worked out. Yeah, and same for Facebook groups. Like for Facebook groups, yes, there is a probability that you'll find a great partner, but there is also a probability that the partner won't be reliable, or partners that use Erasmus Plus program just to have as many projects as possible. And sometimes you can also, like encounter travel agencies that just charges people like 100, 150 euros and send them on use exchange, which basically should be very low budget or even free for young people. So what is my personal recommendation? My personal recommendation is to either search or ask for recommendations of those people that you know. So for example, you already have certain partners, and then you ask those partners, okay, who can you recommend? Yeah, or basically make a search as specific as possible and be ready to invest your energy into it. Yeah, so even if you go to Atlas, how can you, first of all, really filter organizations? And how can you build your communication in the way that you already see that, okay, this partner will be good? So what is important to consider? First of all, relevance. Yeah, just don't go for any organization. They're pointing out more and more in the new program and in the application forum that partners should be relevant to the projects. Yeah, they should have relevant profiles, they should have relevant target groups. At the same time, like you really need to know their needs. Yeah, you need to understand how they will benefit from this mobility, and all these kind of questions. Yeah, like you can figure out while having this constant communication, and if there is relevance. So let me say, if we're looking into the topic of unemployment and then reach out to organization that I don't know, like works with I don't know, like basic skills or digitalization, to ground the choice would be harder, and you can also lose points on it. So yeah, like I would simplify it from the very beginning and really go for relevant organizations. Second thing, don't search for partners only to sign mandates. Yeah, like search for partners that are ready to contribute, by having the interviews, who are ready to contribute by having a commitment that they will help you on preparation stage, that they are ready to select participants, that they are ready to prepare participants properly, that after the end of the project they are ready to disseminate project results, they're ready to host the internal workshop, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so ask for contribution and also count on contribution from the side of partners, because this is how it should be. And another criteria is responsiveness. So let me say, if you wrote an email to your partner, 1 week and a half later, you get a response, and then you send another email, and again, response in 1 week and a half, I would really question whether I want to work with these people. Why so? Because guys, yeah, the deadline is coming, and then imagine that like you need something urgently and they're just not responsive. Okay, the one thing is applying with the project, but another thing is carrying out the project. And then imagine your mobility is happening in a week and you don't have the updates. So go for partners who are also responsive. So if you see that they respond, that they're easy to communicate with, then yeah, that could be a better choice. Another life hack for me, if you start working with a completely new partner, one of the important things could be signing an internal agreement. So as you know, with all the partners, you sign a mandate. And then basically this is a legal paper you submit it to the national agency. This is a part of the project. But before doing so, you can also sign an internal agreement. So basically this is agreement which states what kind of expectations you have from them, and basically what responsibilities you take for yourself. So let me say that you say, okay, like partners need to select participants in a proper deadline, in like with respect to selection criteria that we offer, and afterwards we're going to confirm. Yeah, so you set the ground from the very beginning. Or partners have the obligation to disseminate project results after the end of the project. So for example, if you're shooting a video, if you're making a podcast, if you, I don't know, like make several articles and so on and so forth, yeah, then partners do it. Of course, this internal agreement, once signed, it doesn't bear like legal responsibility. Yeah, it's not that you will go to court and you will present this paper and like you will argue with your partners, but that's a commitment. Like it really makes a difference. Yeah, like if something goes wrong, you can go back to the document because you already discussed it, because they signed it. Yeah, because it was there on the table. It's not like, oh, I had the expectation but you didn't meet my expectation. No, it's black and white, it's on the paper. And internal agreement is a more serious approach. If you don't feel like it, or you feel like it might scare you away the partners, at least put down everything in the email. Yeah, in what is important in the formal channel of communication, not somewhere like on Messenger, not in audio messages in Telegram. Yeah, so that it's in the email. Okay, guys, another important thing is that tomorrow we are going to support you with this process. We will create a post under which you can share your project ideas, as well as say who you're looking for. And this is a way that you can find your partners. Already in the group, we have an interactive map, and I have checked today, we have over 100 participants registered there. But to tell the truth, we never track what is happening there and how much information people put there. So I wouldn't use the map, but tomorrow there will be space. As we want to avoid this, hey guys, I'm looking for someone, okay, here's my PIF. We really don't want to see it in our group. What we are going to do, we are going to put, first of all, those things, those criteria that we want to see in the post. Yeah, what I mean is that those of you who will be looking for partners should put their short description of the project with the topic and target audience, dates, place, duration, how many participants are needed, and whether there will be participation fee and what kind of contribution is expected. We will encourage you to put it in the comments, and whoever is interested can just express their interest by putting a plus or saying I'm interested and so on and so forth. And once you, as a person who presented the project, see those people who are interested, like we really encourage you, not just say, hey guys, send your PIF, I'm sending you the mandate. No, we will encourage you either to organize a Zoom call, yeah, so that you have face-to-face communication where you can discuss all the details, or that you create a questionnaire for partners, and you insert some extra questions. And you can take these questions from the application form, for example, about what impact on participating organizations is expected, or what are the needs of organization, and something else that you are curious about, or what you're or what is important for you. So make it a little bit more complicated to those people who want to join your project. Why? Yeah, because you will be, let me say, in one card for the next 1 year, like could be 1.5 years, yeah, if things keep being postponed. And you want to make sure that you have great partners on board, and that with these partners you will be working for the next, I don't know, like 2, 3, 5 years. I can share that in Synergy Bulgaria, that's pretty much the case. Yeah, we have our, let me say, 20 partners that we constantly work with, and then for every deadline we start including some new organizations. We try them out, like 20-25%, to see, okay, who we can also take on board. Yeah, but we know that we have our reliable partners, that they already know how we work, that we stand for quality, how we communicate, and so on and so forth. So guys, if you like the idea about creating space where you can just pitch your projects and find partners in this group, let me know in the comments. I see that actually not many of you are watching me right now, and I see even less involvement in the comments. So let me know if you like the idea. And I think it will be a great support from our side. Yeah, again, like we will avoid the just send me PIF, I'm interested, yeah, and make it more meaningful and make it more aligned to what we were going through before, yeah, like the needs and target audience and developing the program based on it. By the way, I wanted to share with you, I even made a screenshot today in Erasmus Plus group, like what I got in the timeline is this kind of post. And it's a kind of, I will read you out loud. I think it's a great example of how not to do it. Hey guys, can you please fill in this form? It will only take you 2 minutes. And then basically, first of all, I don't see any relevance to Erasmus Plus because the form is called Online Car Spare Parts Market Research. Second, you already can see that it's untitled form. And yeah, and then basically I don't see any argumentation here. So who is it for? Who are you interested in? Why should people spend their time? It's cool to say it's 2 minutes, yeah, but what is there for people? What will they get in return? What is their benefit? Because it's much easier to do something if you see the benefit, or at least you know what it is for. Yeah, so what is this why? How it will help a person, and of course like relevance to the group, because I think that this is not relevant to Erasmus Plus and youth projects or even projects from school education or adult education. So if we are talking about research, don't do your research this way and don't look for partners like this. From my side, enjoy your evening. You will meet Anna tomorrow, and I will anyway stay with you online and answer your questions either tonight or tomorrow. Enjoy your evening. Ciao, ciao.